10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Welcome back, welcome back. We conclude our night with one more best of one from the West group stage here for WePlay Season 3. Draft No Logic Gaming against Team Finem. Yeah, banned already, but this is our last best of one. Lots more games coming for you the rest of the week. Action-packed day after day. Some games of the week as well, as some get postponed, moved to wildcard slots. But I'm not alone. For this game, my co-caster Blaze has been tinkering with the phone. Now, you sound like let the world hear.
I speak for the trees.
Pretty good. Going into this best of one, pretty excited to see Finem in action. We actually don't have much of their history. They did a match. They got 2-0'd at round 1 of the Series Europe. They also had one other tournament they participated in with stand-ins. So this team is a bit of a wild card, and obviously we want to know more about them, see these guys in action here. So already opening up with Nature's Prophet Viper. This is something we haven't seen yet from them. So they do like the rat aspect, like that Broodmother in a couple of their drafts previously. So the Furion fits right in with that. But the Viper is a weird pairing. And bringing the Viper in, it's a hero that I like against Venge because you don't worry so much about getting swapped out of position. This hero is a tank, a flying tank, so you can pretty much just stand and deliver wherever you're at. Yeah, it's still a little bit awkward in the fact that although Viper comes online early and Furion likes to push, they aren't Rex synergies.
You know who Dota Dva is?
Radiant
by any chance?
I was actually just looking that up. I am seeing a few aliases here. Yeah, no, I'm not too sure, honestly.
Okay. I'll maybe just some stand-in. But it was almost perfect when I introduced you and I said, let the world hear you. As, like, a second before you started speaking, Nature's Prophet went the trees and you started talking. It was almost as though you embodied Nature's Prophet and, you know, he started talking for you, but fortunately, you actually started talking, and I had to hear you. Bit of Nature's But anyway,
disappointed about that.
We'll deal with it and move on through. Oracle taken out. So, Viper, you've gone over that Shadow Fiend band out up against Gaming. Not surprising, as that is definitely one of Excalibur's heroes. Past couple of patches, and really play Meepo or Tinker in competitive. More of the Razor campaign Shadow Fiend, lane dominating mid-laner heroes. Earth Spirit though for Finem. Now this team, a lot of you will recognize a lot of the players: Spartan, Madara, Thug, Skylark, and maybe next time. They've all played for or stood in. They all used to play for or stand in for the old Greek London Conspiracy team, as well as there was another Greek team at the time. Was it whatever it was? There were two Greek teams side by side, and they kind of merged together to make. They're looking decent. They've just got to pick themselves up and kind of wondering who plays Earth Spirit on their team. Don't remember thinking they had an Earth Spirit spammer.
Well, I feel like this team isn't like pretty young overall, and 6.86 is just so fresh with the hero that we probably didn't get to see picked up by any of these players competitively because of the fact that the hero's so new and the team kind of reformed. I don't know, about a couple months back. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can put out the potential of this hero that we see from hero players like Jerax and MMY that are able to just get that really early aggression now. Because I assume it is a support Earth Spear gank looking to put some damage out early on. Viper Earth Spirit actually sounds terrifying. Like if you are able to hit that rolling boulder and maybe have an Orb of Venom with the poison attack on top, that hero should just straight up die. Like the Venge AA are not heroes that can really TP forward effectively enough to nullify a gank like that. And I feel like if you're putting like the Batrider mid, you have to play him very far back.
Yeah, the Earth Spirit for most people acts very similarly to the Bounty Hunter in the way it's played, sort of roaming from off lane to mid lane, trying to control those two lanes, which can have their tempo defined in the very early stages. Definitely, Bane is a very solid laning support. He's going to be on a safe lane here. Be happy with just Bane helping them out. But yeah, Earth Spirit with like Orb of Venom just wandering around, get Stout Shield, get some Regen, Tangos, or Mango, something like that. Even if it is a Batrider here for No Logic Gaming, it's still not an easy matchup at all.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a best case scenario is that you're able to get one napalm off before you turn, and then you might be able to get a return kill since
10
towers just do so much
remaining.
damage right now. And we have seen a lot of Earth Spirits tower diving nowadays,
5
like at least
seconds
taking a few
remaining.
shots, especially against the Dire Tower, where you don't really have as many escape routes, other than just
Reserve
turning
time.
180. So maybe the napalm allows you to not only keep your distance when you're trying to farm here on the lane, come back in the jungle when you get attacks going for you, but you're also maybe to get a return kill if you play your cards right. Have like a Fairy Fire or two in your back pocket, ape the Air Spirit further under tower, and yes, you will die. There's no getting out of it, but at least turn.
Kill and die. 5 plays. NLG. They've got the Blink Lasso, Ice Blast, they've got Venge. So we're having this Venge Batrider dynamic once again, where you've got multiple displacement abilities. Yes, heroes like Viper. Clear cut in their position game as they Viper who want turret kind of thing, just stepping forward with poison attacks. They need some damage for NLG. Hero, while they're under the effect of Ice Blast Shadow.
Bounty hunter.
Well, they're not going to select that just
Radiant
yet.
team
In
back.
fact, looks like it's going to be a core bounty hunter, which is something I have not seen in a very long time. The alternative
Dire
is a carry
team
venge,
back.
which is still definitely possible, but is really weird for the AA and the bounty hunter because you straight up just don't have any stuns from your supports. It isn't reliable. Shuriken's a mini stun. I mean, it's not bad because what the bounty hunter can do in the fights is just back the Bane,
Radiant
keep his
team
distance,
back.
Shuriken toss anything, and you'll break a Fiend's Grip. That contributes. But that you're probably looking to get early sentry wards, control mid lane, and whenever somebody roams in for the quick gank, you just get out. You try to punish that aggression. So I would say it's going to be kind of a roaming 2 versus 2 on the mid lane that we're going to be looking at for the most part, and sentry wards are going to be a very key part of that.
10
Add Finem,
seconds
final
remaining.
pick, safe lane carry. Oh, it's still out there, right? That's
5 seconds
still a solid
remaining.
hero. Lycan, band that we've seen a hell of a lot of recently, but what else?
Reserve time.
What else is potentially out there? Wraith King, okay, something tanking up on the
Dire
front line for
team
them.
pick.
Doesn't care too much about, Lasso and Ice Blast. Fighting through it all, and then you've got the Bane Nightmare into Wraith Fire Blast set up on that lane as well for kill. Gee. Got control, you've got good disruption on the lanes, like you said, with like tons of Venge. And sort of solo smokes, we saw that earlier in the day, you just go on people a little bit, get that early aggression down. But AA is just sit
10
on lane,
seconds
stack pull,
remaining.
get level 6. Like you very rarely see AA roaming around. I think
5 seconds
the only
remaining.
time I've really seen it is when PPD went for Max Vortex build. I don't remember who he was paired
Reserve
with, but he went
time.
like Max Vortex and just ran around slowing people and enabling the rest of his team to get kills.
So it does look like Mitch is actually playing the carry Venge more frequently than them running the support Venge. So definitely have to look to this aspect of the Ancient Apparition Venge Spirit dual lane against a Nature's Prophet, see if that's going to be enough to keep him back and make sure he's not kind of snowballing forward. I feel like Nature's Prophet is pretty comfortable, honestly. Like, yeah, there's Magic Missile, Ice Vortex, be a Bounty Hunter, but as long as you see the Bounty Hunter elsewhere, you're probably going to be at least getting some CS, you're definitely getting experience, and you
10
roam in, you get a
seconds
good
remaining.
teleport, you get a kill. Like, if Air Spirit Viper are going up against a Batrider Bounty Hunter,
5
then
seconds remaining.
Prophet makes a nice little threesome for Advent that could easily tip the scales in their favor. But as I've been talking about a core Venge, now we see Morphling picked up for Excalibur. Okay, so we still have Mitch on Venge in the safe lane. We've got Excalibur mid on the Morphling, and then Batrider can be taken to the off lane. So it's still going to be the Vengeful Spirit kind of being that tempo carry, but with the escape and survivability mechanics that Morphling offers, we actually are going to see a really difficult Earth Spirit game ahead.
Excalibur Morphling. Okay, Batrider's going to be against Wraith King Bane, roaming Earth Spirit. I guess should be okay down there. Bane kind of trading hits. It's be annoying dealing with this. Viper. That's going to be the
10
interesting one.
seconds remaining.
The kind of roaming supports Bounty and Earth Spirit.
5
that mid.
seconds
All right, so
remaining.
I'm looking at the stats. Excalibur has 0 games played in Morphling. This is completely newly defined territory through scrims, I presume. for No Logic Gaming.
I have a memory of him playing it recently, but that might have been in like an unticketed game. Within the last like 2. He doesn't stream. I don't know. I have a memory of him playing it, but it was like once.
Okay. I'll look further into it, but yeah, according to at least one website, it's saying he hasn't picked it up whatsoever. So, of course, a lot of pro players have multiple accounts, and that could screw things up a little bit too.
Where's he gonna go?
Live as long as he can. Probably Ring of Aquila. Bottle's not bad, actually, so I could see that. You can get pretty good rune coverage from the Ancient Apparition, Bounty Hunter. So I would say Bottle, Ring of Aquila, Magic Wand. Then from there, it becomes a real question. I don't think Lincoln's is that great against the Earth Spirit. He's still got that silence. Of course, stuns out against the Morphling. So yeah, I think you just go for something that really emphasizes early stats. At least get your treads up before you worry about anything else.
Sanjin Yasha Morphling, let's see it. Let's see the SMY
I've seen phase boot Morphling for, I think it was, well, that's back now. It was actually
Silent.
Arrow Gaming, now Team Redemption. Lance used to play safe lane Morphling at phase boots all the time. And he actually was able to do quite a bit of work with it. But I feel like there's so many different ways you can run this hero, and mobility is something that the hero lacks. So, who knows?
When was that? A long time ago.
Dude, yeah, a very long time ago.
Like the last time I remember it was Silent playing it at Star Ladder, like 2 Star Ladders ago. A while back he was playing Facebook's Morphling. I didn't realize someone had done it before him because it was like so weird for me to see it then. Lance is a special flower.
Nah, you gotta realize everything's been done before in SEA.
Of
all
course.
those pubs, all those players, they do. I mean, they invented the Bottle Crow. That I think like mid Slardar was a thing for a while. I don't know.
Mid
like,
anti-mage.
They've done everything.
Puck Dagon wasn't a thing until some Filipino players started saying, you know what, Puck Dagon's a thing now, guys. Back in Dota 1, like no one had any idea. Some random Filipino guy was like, you know what, Dagon's a good item on Puck. Blink in, zap down, kill them off. Started copying them. Even Sniper, like 3 Sniper, that was SEA. They've been doing it for before anyone had started picking that up. Some interesting players over there. So yeah, Milan, Bounty Hunter. Apparently Dota 2 is the from Germany, I believe. OG, Caliber and Mitt. Go. Our Thug. This guy is an absolute beast of a player. I've played against and with his Queen of Pain in ranked matchmaking. I've seen him play. He stood in for London Conspiracy at MLG Austin. He goes to MLG Austin. Well, one of the MLGs, and he's there. But the thing is for me, whenever you stick, like a 7k MMR player on a Viper, it always feels like wasted talent. It's like, oh, we've got this, super high skilled player. He's really good at all these, micro heroes. Really good at macro play. He's super good at the mechanical skill, last hitting and falling lane and dominating players in the 1v matchups. Let's give him Viper. Hello?
Hello?
Did Skype break?
Yeah, had a little issue there. Hopefully, I was sounding okay, but you were. I was getting about half of what you were saying. Just I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, it's pretty interesting to see all these guys come together here. Actually, Mitch is a core member of the team, not standing, because like he's, I don't know. I used to do some casting with him, and we've gone back and forth talking about the new patches, and he was talking about NLG a while back. So I don't know who he replaced, but it has been a pretty core aspect of the team, Milan. And I was also looking up more information on the Excalibur. We do have a couple more fun games in the D2CL4 American qualifiers, but otherwise, I think it's probably just a pub pick.
Okay, it might be in that then. I have these like flash memories of random stuff. Maybe I saw him in like the Dota 2 home screen. I was like, hey, look, it's Excalibur. Let's go watch him play. And he was playing Morphling. That's entirely possible. What's going on here? Spartan hoped you upgrade since our last meeting. Yeah, the thing is, all these players know each other. Especially, Madara? Yeah, Madara is having issues. Oh, so the guy who told me that Batrider... Like, Batrider is... Madara then? Oh, no.
No, that
Batrider's
would
the
be...
Wraith King. Never mind. I'm reading colors
What?
wrong. Two players that begin with M. Milan and Madara, and my brain just completely failed. the one button hero.
Milan, Madara, Mitch.
Yeah. Oh, there's three. Milan as well. Yeah, Milan and Mitch and Excalibur are definitely key players on this. They used to have Garter, an Albanian player. I can't remember who their fifth... Did they have Madara on their team? Oh, they did.
Yeah,
Why
I
my
think
brain's
so.
failing. Yeah, they NLG used to have Madara. That's why my brain's gone a little bit wonky, because all these players are like interchangeable across the teams. It's like swapping and changing. Steve knows about my Earth Spirit. Excalibur. Steve, the team player. Would we be afraid of Spartan's Earth Spirit? His support play back on Conspiracy used to be pretty good. I miss that old team. Greek LC. Their Invoker Kunk Shadow Demon picks.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. So yeah, interesting team history for Madara. He did play for London Conspiracy, then I don't know what that is, but then Golden Boys, No Logic Gaming for exactly 1 month, and is now since December 5th on at Finem. So he's been around the block.
Greece hasn't paid Germany for their internet just yet. He hasn't even picked his hero actually. So late. What have we got? It's pretty standard for the Radiant. We've been over that. It's going to be stock standard. Earth Spirit roaming around. Nature's Prophet. Matchup for him though. Nature's Prophet. 4 Venge plus AA. It's not going to be fun. Clutch plus repeatedly a stun and a half.
It's okay. All you have to do is make sure you're out of magic missile range. The boots would come out pretty early for the Venge, I'm sure, but I feel like he's still going to be able to just keep his distance, do what he needs to do. Like, honestly, it's not that bad. There are a lot worse matchups in that position. But as I was mentioning before, I think the biggest thing is that he just has to worry about the Bounty Hunter. When the Bounty Hunter is off the map and has not been seen for 20 seconds or so, you just farm the hard camp. Like, yeah, you might lose half your experience, but it's better than feeding.
Fairy Fire, here we go. Skylark with the regen. Time? Well, yeah, they're giving Skylark a central one actually, just saying. Knowing that the Bounty is going to be a key component in actually killing and ganking that Prophet up at top.
Excalibur goes for the morph first. This is something that can be very, very effective or an utter failure. You look at his HP right now, 389. Sure, he's got 5 tangos, but his base HP is really bad. So running this matchup, if he is against the Viper, it's a little scary. This guy, he's got a lot of damage, 6-7 average per hit, but man, he's got 285 movement speed. He's got 350 attack range. A Viper can come down to half HP in no time at all.
30 seconds to battle.
Bounty Hunter, Elan hiding away with the Invis again. Scout these guys out and you get a good peek of, what, 4 of them now. Let's have a look actually at them. All 4 at this point. Know that Bot Rune is not the easiest to contest, but they're still sticking around here actually. Killing Touch and Sticky Napalm, do you think they can do this?
No, I think they have the advantage in this position. The only thing is they don't have waveform, which is a little bit awkward, but still, they're the ones that are confident, while the Nature's Prophet is not involved at all. So it's going to be the Bounty Rune for Morphling. It looks like Thug will just barely be able to race his way over to the top rune and be okay. But I think we're actually going to see the Ancient Apparition sit mid. Like, you don't put your 38 base Agi on the Morphling, only having 5 base strength, unless you're going to have some Ancient Apparition.
Oh, they're fighting through this. Milan taking a pounding, but with a Chilling Touch down, I'll kill off the Viper, and that's a great start for your middle lane. I mean, you're talking about the Morphling not wanting to stay up against the Viper in the early stages, maybe needing some help. They kill him already and get Excalibur up to level 2 before the Viper's even halfway. He is halfway there with the Bounty Rune. Hang on a sec, way up.
Wow.
Wow, roll.
I can't believe that just happened. Yeah, Observer Sentry combo, and he just goes ahead and just knocks him out.
Yeah, someone's saying behind the schedule. We actually started like 10 minutes early, right? And then we had like a 15-minute pause or something. Oh, nice. we were ahead of schedule. Batrider down the bottom lane. Brain sap, not enough.
Yeah, but still good zoning presence. Even forces the bounty hunter bottom. That's huge. Like this Orb Venom bounty hunter wants to do a lot more than just get a Bane, who's already got 4 base armor, the brain sap, and 600 HP. Like it's really a waste of bounty hunter's time to try to mess with this bottom lane.
Point, it is a solo vengeful spirit against a solo nature's prophet. Right, the ain't around here.
Yeah, you just can't go for that much in agility that early without a secondary hero in the lane. It definitely was a dual lane as soon as saw the morph play.
Oh, like up at top. How's his last hits going? 7 and 5. The Venge not quite keeping up here. Down to those treants. I mean, Verifiers are helping out with the extra 4 bonus damage. It's fine. Roji will actually head back to try and stack up a couple of camps. Sing for Batrider. Could once he gets like level what something just
even then it's so inefficient. Like a maxed out waveform, if you get a couple like Hellbear, yeah, you already have a Hellbear and a Centaur spawned. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Just give it to the bat.
Full cloak aura. So
delicious.
Good. See that they stack across.
Yeah, I actually thought that was really good. Like it was funny at the Summit 4. Before the patch came out, or the patch notes, I was actually suggesting that exact thing to No-Tail, and we were talking about the problem with like the creep camps being stacked and the emphasis there. Well, that is the exact change I thought would come out. The numbers are different, but it's still solid.
Cool. Scarlet up at top, slowed. Oh, there we go with a long-range magic missile. Mitch finds the continuation. Actually, away for mid. Thug. Yeah. Excalibur commits and forces him off the lane. There is no salve. Tango's here, but it's boots on the courier coming in for Viper. Again, a time when Thug should be crushing this lane. It's Excalibur that's exerting so much emphasis on it, though.
Yeah, and so we're going to see losses across the board. I mean, Skylark and Thug really losing their lane potential.
Gotcha! Thing on it. They'll snipe courier, though, so there will be no salve. There will be no regen for the Viper. Wait, hang on a second. Someone bring the Viper regen.
Yeah, I think he got the salve from the courier, and then it went back.
Oh. I must be blind. I only saw boots on the courier.
I don't know. He might have just had the salve from when he TP'd in earlier, but he definitely had 2 tangos and a salve and salve.
Maybe Spartan had. Adra down a bot. Wraith King just whacking away, and where's Batrider? Yeah, Batrider's gonna go back for the stacks. Building up these creep cams, the Satyrs spawn. Done a decent job here. It's just the Batrider level 3 doesn't give you that big burst farm potential anymore.
Yeah, it still needs about level 4 to make it cost effective, especially with that low of mana pool. If he's not for a bottle here, so it's gonna take. Oh, he gets a bottle sip from the Morphlink. Okay, well that's sharing is caring, guys.
Thug is still sitting at level 4 while Excalibur's closing in on that sick mark, but this is Earth Spirit.
It's huge. Even if he doesn't steal a single creep, just taking away the Batrider's experience progression is great. But I think he is going to be able to kind of time it well enough to get a good boulder smash. Up top though, it is going to be body blocks coming in from the bounty hunter, and Nature Prophet will go down.
Coming in from the brain sapping Bane, just in time. And meanwhile, mid Thug is on like 3 HP as he escapes from the Morphling. We'll go back to the Earth Spirit, who's taken out a couple of creeps here. It looks like Spartan forced the Batrider back. The rotation across. Roji's Ancient Apparition. Spartan just going to kill creeps and himself.
I think that's the play, but gets hit.
Close.
So just across the board, a lot of interesting things happening there. I guess Excalibur does another aggressive waveform play, but this time the corrosive skin allows Thug to man up against it, and Excalibur didn't start strength morphing fast enough until it was too late. So just barely the Viper lives through it, kills off the Morphling. That's immense. That resets the entire lane from what we've been so far. Got to see the kill up top, the return kill, and few creeps stolen by the Earth Spirit. Looks like it only has 4 CS, so it wasn't that bad for the bat, since he's prioritizing gold more than the experience. Still, though, only level 4.
I really wanted the fight recap to show everything. Like, experience stolen by the Earth Spirit would have been amazing to see. Gold lost by the Batrider or gold gained by the Earth Spirit, something like that. And the trade-off between Morphling and Viper, I didn't get to see that because of the actions across the lanes and yeah, Morphling now equal in levels to this Viper. Viper's caught up on CS, like you're saying, and doing that worth-wise. Yeah, Viper is actually overtaking the Morphling by a good 300 bot bounty rune. That was the weirdest thing ever. They're going to try and go for the Batrider, but the punch is just enough. Okay, Spartan's like, you know what? Screw the bounty rune. You guys can have it. Ancient Apparition of Bounty Hunter. I don't care about you. We go straight for the Batrider.
He's a man on a mission. They already kind of... The Batrider's like all the way out in the lane, so at that point, Madara just opens up with a stun, chases him down, gets 2 crits, which, I mean, those are pretty heavy crits. 150% this early. That's a very sad Batrider that gets killed off by the assistance of that Earth Spirit. But we do see the heavy push down bottom now with 3 points in the Nature's Call, the Basilius online. There's pretty much no answer from NLG.
This high ground observer board over near this junk camp, they knew the bounty hunter was going in and they just go for the stuns with a hit through. Madara takes the kill as well. Is this tier 1 tower going to be an easy takedown for them?
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, I actually don't see why you even try for that. Like, with so many heroes that can mess with you right next to you. I mean, he did have the invis cooling down, but the Spartan's rolling around with dust, and it's just the right position. Now in mid, it's going to be actually the rolling boulder coming in. Silence of Excalibur goes down to help with the Viper Strike, and Hug is actually starting to get massive despite an extremely difficult laning phase. Now going on Milan, looks like he'll go down too.
Oh yeah, they've got him with a TP and Sprout from the Nature's Prophet. A final attack uphill, and they roll forward looking for Zeroji as well. So they won't find it with the Earth Spirit. I was actually prepping for top because Mitt aggressively pushing the tier 1. The Bane even TP to tier 2 to really set up and get ready for the gank. Kills mid, definitely more important here onto Excalibur's Morphling as he just off treads 8 minutes in. After honestly an amazing start for Morphling, things have gone downhill very.
So I want to note that the last hits are practically even. We do have like more denies on Excalibur, but that's not that big of a factor. Net worth is completely different. We have nearly an 800 gold advantage here on the Viper compared to the Morphling, and it just comes down to those kills against the Morphling himself.
Treads Bassi to take down the tier 1, but go for next Helm of the Iron Will. Okay. The full 1 roll. Go for some lifesteal and reckon into S and Y after.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, yeah, full tempo mode is probably the best way to do it. So BKB if you need it, but in this case, there's 2 ultimates that go right through it. I'm not convinced that's the right methodology. So SMY or something. Manta actually would be really good. I would advocate for Manta over S.
Out of that Earth Spirit silence. Can.
Break Magnetize, you dodge Viper Strike or Wraithfire Blast. Manta's so good this game.
Up here. Bane scouted by Milan. At level 4 has to go up. Scouted out there by the Radiant Observer Ward, perfectly positioned. Reveal, and with roll forward, Spartan. Dust is ready, he's holding his inventory. Milan, he's got to be feeling a little bit spooked here. He sees the dust, he's going to back himself away. Only one up here. While mid lane, the Viper just shoved into the tier 1. Wraith's got a free lane at bottom. Excalibur, this isn't where you want to be. You can't 1v1 a racing lane. He's going to stun you, he's going to go forward and hit. He's just hitting creeps actually. Doesn't even bother hitting the...
Yeah, no kill potential on the Morphling, but still, like, yeah, like you said, he's not going to be able to like, spray it out. We're going to see this mid tower go down pretty much definitely. Like, the Ice Blast will be coming here from Zeroji, but that doesn't make much of a difference. On the side, yeah, nothing either. It's just going to be a straight tier 1.
Very close to level 6. This Ancient Apparition was so close. 3 experience away. Spartan considering to go in there with the Golden Sash. Okay. Batrider. Haven't blink yet, no. 6 gold until that's up and running, but I think they've seen Milan again. That's where it's everywhere, just rolling across the map looking for bounty.
Really good taps on them too. The sentry wards here in the river along with that observer, they're able to really keep an eye out for him, but they guess completely wrong this time around as far as where Milan is positioned. He's TPing away in the Radiant jungle, and they pop the dust up towards the secret. So Actually the spot that he was in earlier, but just a little bit different timing. So let's go and start deathballing here. They can just commit 4 heroes up top with the Nature's PP and let one other hero get massively farmed, in this case the Viper. Going for drums of all things. That's not very common.
No, I was just about to ask you. Drums. As well as the Ring of Aquila, actually. Usually it's sort of Ring of Aquila, Brown Boots, Mech, go back to the Treads. Sometimes we see the Midas into SY, Manta Style, BKBs and things like that. Like, Thug has got other ideas as he goes into this right-click build, and
it's because he's up against the Ancient Apparition. Like, the mechanism is just that much less effective against the AA, and he just wants to rely on pretty much raw damage output. Morphling gets heavily silenced, but is still able to morph up inside that Magnetize. Keeps on going, though. Boulders keep coming down, and there's damage everywhere.
Oh, Mitch gets back to the fountain. Milan trades his life for the Unspread. Goodness gracious me, Mitch. Excalibur surviving on tiny amounts of HP there.
Yeah, there was actually a swap out of the Sprout, and the Morphling didn't have enough mana for Waveform, so that was actually a very clutch swap, and somehow they both survived. And that a 1-for-1 is actually quite incredible.
Now AA has level 6, the Bat Rider has Blink, which is the bigger thing, so they've bought some time, and now they can go and fight. They have a smoke. Straight on in, there we go, smoke to the Bat Rider to jump in. Madara's not a great target on the Wraith King. Viper, also not a great target, but he's going to be the one they go for with a Nightmare into the Ice Blast. They've caught him, and they do have enough damage. They're dominating straight away and a swap back. Sarlac's caught as well under the tier 2, and they've got that right-click potential just to down the Nature's Prophet, but chasing more is going to be a little difficult here. Bat Rider gives up the chase. Wraith King.
Blink is so very important for the Bat Rider. Now that that's online, they can start really threatening things every 90 seconds. Ice Blast on top is really easy to acquire, and usually one other hero will be in range for some damage. So you should be able to find kills pretty much every 90 seconds. In this case, unveiling it right at when you need it most against that tier 2 pressure. So the tower does go down, and Furion is going to take the last hit. Putting him still at a pretty good spot in the net worth chart, 5th place.
Oh, this timing, the dodge stun actually bounces her away, and now they've got the Ice Blast in. The Bat Rider's killed off too, and with the reincarnation here for the Wraith King, he's in the middle of 4 or 5 heroes, but they will get the AA as well as the Vengeful Spirit. But Bat Rider on a triple kill as they turn around for more. Track kills galore as this bounty hunter just keeps spamming it out. I think with this Viper and Wraith King, tanky as they are, Excalibur form forward, Blade Mail up, and this is a big streak to take away from the Bat now. Did collect a nice chunk of change, sitting on about $1,000. But it all started off with Bats blink dodging the stun from Madara. Wraith King getting a pretty rough start to that fight.
Yeah, and then they all clumped up as 3 right at that kind of choke, not necessarily choke point, but like turning the corner out of the river, and that fact alone. Oh, Excalibur going to be comboed up on. He will be able to start morphing now, but he's out of mana. He's about to be out of life.
Stick. One. Thing like that for the Morphling, which I find interesting against Bane Elemental especially.
Yeah, I definitely would have gone for the Magic Wand myself, but Excalibur kind of has always had a slightly different look at farming, or going for more plays. Bounty Hunter actually did hit him with that dust, but too far gone. But yeah, no, I think Excalibur always has had a slightly unique way of looking at like how to maximize farm, and Magic Wand isn't really a farming item. So I feel like he just has to play safer in this circumstance because he doesn't have that item.
Boulder across, they're looking for the go forward. There's Blink on Madara. It's aggressively, but it's back on cooldown now. It's Observer Board up on the high ground, they know damn sure it's there.
Yeah, but it's interesting. The Radiant actually didn't have any vision there when they made the roll up. They had vision north of that position, but they didn't actually see that specific spot. They knew, however, that Bat Rider was looking for that Aegis Snatch play, and therefore they kind of fished for him, look for the gas that almost netted them another kill.
Smoke from the Dire. Do they have one? They go naked down to the river a little bit. D-Ward across the pit. Meantime, there are 4 heroes farming Radiant Jungle here. The Skylark has been left to his own devices up at top, and with that Orchid on Nature's Prophet nearly up and running, throw that down onto Excalibur. He's screwed. Balance into stuns, and he's just gone.
That's why Mantis is going to be that much more important for Excalibur too. Maybe forgoing the wand because that extra 500 gold could be what he needs to get that Manta recipe, which again is just like item in the game for this particular matchup.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Invisibility.
And actually, Mitch is just going to be going for an Ogre Club here, so obviously a couple of options with that. We'll see what he ends up going with, but not going straight into the Manta style is quite a thing for me.
Might be digging his own grave with the club. Oh, they go for the Batrider instead. There's a silence into Magnetize, but follow through onto them. They get the kick and the out brain sap with the Queen's grip onto Mitch. Secure the kill. Oh, Bounty. They have Dust. Gonna roll. They do. Earth Spirit has the Dust. He's gonna pop it onto Milan, and even with the track, movement speed to get himself back. Last so good onto Thug. The Viper's caught with the Ice Blast, taking him down low, and Excalibur waveforms a solo target. This could be good for NLG as the Wraith King on the back end just slams them down. This Batrider kites him a decent amount, blinks away before the Bane can actually get a good amount of damage down to him with the Brain Sap, and that's a kill on Wraith King. No ultimate available as it was still on cooldown for 40 seconds of Skylark. Get away from this.
Nah, no way.
Not too sure. Adaptive Strike is back up again. Track kill after track kill.
Really good fight for NLG, obviously taking it before the Reincarnate, and they got a lot of gold from that.
Oh, we'll get a little bit of revenge back on the Bounty Hunter. Support duo here, with maybe next time and Spartan. Waveform, maybe next time, kicked away. And with a salve available as well.
That's so cool, actually.
Dear.
Spartan, just going for the swag play. Like, obviously the Bane kill wouldn't have hurt them that much more than the fight already had. But it's just so clutch to get those kinds of plays off, because obviously, like, the easy save of Geogrip got nerfed into the Agonist, but still you've got options, as Spartan shows us here.
Time again. It's gonna be, oh, they have the mech on Bounty actually. All of these track kills has paid off dividends for. They have mech arcanes on Bounty. What's their catch? So they jump forward onto the target, and if they do get that ability, who's the target they go for? Who's the key here? They tried the Batrider onto the Viper previously at tier 2. They're gonna find the Viper again actually. Smoke, we're off, but they've got the track warp into the death. They found Thug. Found Thug, but the rest of Ad Finem, they're not up, they're not done with this. They go straight on in with Madara there. Magnetizes down an Excalibur. Silence through, but he gets the morph off at the last second. Madara tries to go back in, but the Fiend Grip just dragging people into the pit. Death and destruction awaits Mitch as he turns around to stun. He's tankier than people expected though. Milan will finally die over on the sidelines, but for Spirit with 1500 HP, I kind of expected her just to, you know, flop over and die.
I actually think that could have been an insanely good fight for Ad Finem, if not for one thing. Spirit was out of Stone Remnants. Oh, they do find the Ancient Apparition, nice little jump there, but the fact is, Earth Spirit went in with like one Stone Remnant, and he got a good one across, but wasn't it, he dropped one? Yeah, he used it twice. He dropped it once to spread the Magnetides, and then he Stone Bouldered it, or Boulder Smashed it across, and just to add like 3 there, he could have just kept the Magnetize rolling, could have gotten a number of more Disables out, and it would have been a very one-sided fight for Ad Finem. I think it would have been like a 4 for 2 in their favor, but without the Stone Remnants, him having to fight at so many different locations on the map right now, that's the weakness of the hero, and it means that No Logic Gaming just are about to even the kill score with a Bounty Hunter, which of course means a lot of moolah for NLG.
Oh yeah, that 3k net worth lead that Ad Finem did have down towards 0. That morphing, honestly, he was silenced and held in place until he dropped down to like, I don't know, 50 HP, 100 HP. Very, very close to death. And then he just hits that button, it's like, morph. Strength, 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 strength. Walks himself away out of the fight, and there was nothing left. Actually holds him in place, and I kind of wonder, committing Fiend's Grip onto a Morphling, even if you've already silenced and stunned him up, you know, that would have secured the kill on Morphling, and maybe it's worth it, but then you've still got the Venge running around. And these two kind of annoying, relatively tanky cores, you know, Vengeful Spirit stat gain is pretty damn decent. Build that she's going, yeah, it's the Sand, so it's probably going to be Sand and Yasha for Mitch. They're just difficult to kill. Back with the Ice Blast turning things around as well as all of this. Garlax Orchid freshly completed has to be the kind of re-turning point for Ad Finem to get themselves back into this and get into the...
still think you kind of ignore the Venge in these fights. Like, obviously, the swap makes it a little more difficult because she's always going to be right there in your face and you kind of want to focus her. But she's just building HP. She has maxed her aura for the Morphling. She's just building HP. She really is just kind of a half support, half carry at this point. We're actually going to see a quick pick on Bane. Nice little Nightmare, but that's definitely not going to save him here. He gets caught out just by the smoke play. So now they might look for one more. Blinking forward, Bat Rider. Can he find anything here? He's got the 4-step.
Hold the smash. Good amount of damage. There we go. Onto the Earth Spirit and into death. Be a tier 1, if not more. Folks trying to TP away. Do they have a swap? Do they have anything? Swaps? Oh, wait, a Mitch? Hey. Did he not see him?
Sure.
I guess
unfortunate though.
I guess in that situation you're like you're looking down into the trees here or something like that, and you know your actual sort of vision box where your screen's aiming at is here. You don't see the Viper sitting in this area. You're looking for the swap deeper into the jungle. Well, heroes get out and they can continue farming for now. Wraith King, what do we have? Blade Mail, Blink, and with 2,800 gold saved up, we can only assume this.
It wouldn't be bad this game, but you could just go for a harder damage. Okay, Nature's Prophet just getting picked off there straight up. This is going to be, I believe, Roshan for NLG. I feel like Ad Venoms don't have as much strength in it. There are 6 Stone Remnants, so that's one thing they have gone their way, but NLG actually have map dominance when the Furian's down.
I saw Nature's Prophet top like 3 seconds ago. He must have TP'd bot for the rune. TP'd into the middle of 3 of them.
Yeah, he felt confident because, like, you have the ward here, the Sentry Observer. Like, he feels like he knows what's going to happen there. They even have a observer on the high ground. Hell, like, they have so much intel here, but he just could not see that coming.
Dire's top tower has been denied.
Oh well. Caliber. Go back for the Ethereal Blade after the Manta style, but I guess if you're aiming for late game, necessarily need it, even if you do add that extra bit of nuke damage here to bring down someone like Viper or the Bane or even Prophet. And again,
yeah, I think Scotty would be okay here. Actually, instead, like usually you always say E-Blade, E-Blade, E-Blade. It has so much potential, but you're not up against like a Crystal Maiden here. You got some beefy, tanky supports that don't go down too quickly. I would say just kind of flesh out your mana pool, and then you'll survive every fight. So I would actually prefer Scotty, but BKB is not bad either. Going for the Ogre Club here, nullifying the mana drain and stuff like that. Like that's actually, I'm not sure if that even pierces, but still, it's important to be able to stay in play when the Earth Spirit's doing everything he can to prevent you from doing so.
Yeah, with Bane's Fiend's Grip, you lose mana and you don't lose HP, as far as I remember. But like, the only reason I kind of think E-Blade is that comboed up with like an Ice Blast, it gives you that one-hit kill almost, where you just take someone out of the fight, and I kind of like that, but that build is definitely the
middle tower is under attack.
Back for Scotty, then into like Butterfly, maybe even Panic at like KB opens up, unless he's going for the Aghanim Step. Copy of the Bat Rider.
No, he is certainly not.
Blaze.
There's nothing like all the value of NLG's heroes are from their ult, really. Like unless you like the second Venge, like nah, it's just there's no value in the hybrid really. I think that's already a gimmicky thing to start, and it's not particularly good here. But the BKB, like it has significant value. Sure, it doesn't block that Fiend's Grip mana drain, but you have just one interrupt on that, and you're fine. You can block everything else. I mean, the Viper Strike, sure, but you know about that as much.
Oh man, they've spotted the Earth Spirit. Taking out a good Nightmare to try and slow the damage, but he's still stunned up into Oblivion. The Viper Strike back with the Fiend's Grip onto Milan. No track to this fight. The Ice Blast hits on the 2, but Excalibur, he just jumped straight on him. Mardo's being kited around. Excalibur dropping low, but with a morph, he's still gonna die. Damage output here of Ad Finem is just too damn much. Less. Okay. No, it's not gonna happen.
Nah, he doesn't have enough for the Replicant. He had a magic wand, man. Just the magic wand. It would have been fine, but no. Yeah, just a unfortunate commitment there. He had to wave for the adaptive, and he thought that would help, so he tries to break the Fiend's Grip and instead ends up feeding his life away. This is going to be an attempt on the Roche Pit, but with Ice Blast cooling down, I'm not so sure it's going to work.
Bat Rider?
Oh.
Bat Rider, no! He blinks in. I guess his idea was to get Firefly down, because there's no way Roshan dropped low enough for him to steal it there. wanted to jump in, Firefly, and force himself away.
Yeah, he wanted to set up the Ice Blast. If you have Firefly in the pit and Ice Blast hits, like, there's absolutely no way that Ad Venom could take Sean. But obviously put him at risk, and they punish it quickly.
Oh, they found Mitch.
Oh, they actually find Mitch.
Out. The kick. A little bit of trouble here with the Magnetize continuing to go. These little boulders, the remnants from the Earth Spirit, just keep the damage flying into Mitch, and with a roll forward again. They're going to keep it going now onto Milan and Excalibur. Starts them both up, and Milan on the retreat out. His Greaves already expanded, but Madara's dropping low here. Excalibur. Oh, the Speed Script. First strike. The Phoenix Grip was cancelled out. Excalibur, but he's just making them into this with the Earth Blast there. He'll waveform away and keep himself just alive enough. A third right-click attack comes in with another Toxin. Oh, NLG.
The Speed Script was so close. Like, they actually had 2 seconds left on cooldown of it. He had the wand to try to give himself the mana, but instead just tries to go for the quicker burst damage, and they end up getting the Morphling anyways, luckily. And so now, at this point, they're just going to go right to the high ground. Of course, they've got no Reincarnate, but they have the Aegis on the Viper, and they're just going to keep on going at it. Probably pop another drum charge here, just off a structure and full bit.
Drums. Oh. Here he drops, out they go. Don't want to give away any track kills here. Bounces.
I feel like their lineup's actually going to start tapering. Oh, Furion actually going to get caught. Probably goes down unless they pull back, which they clearly don't want to do. They are out of here. So I feel like, yeah, Ad Venom are going to kind of start tapering. We're going to see Mjolnir Wraith King pretty soon, and that's probably going to be the peak. His potential. Thug actually going to lose the Aegis, I think. We'll see this Corrosive Skin. How effective is it? Oh, it's only level 1 Ice Blast, so I think that will be just enough.
Fine.
Yep. Zeroji, get some experience, man. What are you doing here?
What level is he? Level 9, almost 30 minutes in. On a 4 staff, but...
I know Spartan is level 9. Like, this guy, you saw how he used those rocks in that last fight. Did so much damage. But he's actually only level 9.
Radiant's middle tower is
Too much time rolling around.
Radiant structure.
Is there any more?
Fortified.
Stayed in one place for too long. Oh, this is a tier 1 tower that I don't think is going to fall anytime soon for NLG. Picking it out, saying we've got to go for it, but commit difficult against an Earth threat and potential TPs in. Adds Finem.
Radiant's middle tower has
On
fallen.
in well, they get the tier 1.
Yeah, it's still the Vengeance Aura on this Morphling that just has so much damage potential. Well over 200 per hit with Mitch's Aura. So yeah, they're pretty confident when they don't have all 5 heroes up.
Want to commit. Also standing around their tier 3. They're waiting to smoke, but they definitely want to go and finish off this Naked Rax down the bottom lane. Glyph down for another 3 minutes. Good window. Time for them to go and shove it.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of have to, too, because the Bounty Hunter already has gotten Guardian Greaves from all his track gold. The Ancient Apparition is going to be a lowly level 9 no axe forever, and the Morphling is going to start to get huge. Once you get, like, Scotty, BKB, Manta on the Morphling, or maybe go back to the E-Blade like you're talking about, that's so much potential to just carry the game on your shoulders compared to a Wraith King.
Ethelens on Bounty Hunter. Your thoughts?
I've literally never seen it before, but it's not the worst thing. Sure, Kantalis' range is practically doubled. Like, it's such a short range initially. And then track, like, usually see like a Blink Dagger just so you can get a quick track and then jump back. So the fact that you're able to maybe just do that with the extra 200 range alone doesn't sound too bad. And of course, the baseline stats are pretty helpful. It's a very effective item in terms of its passive stats. So I will say that some parts of it are, but some parts could be nice.
See what it does with it. We'll try and see what it does with it. It's kind of difficult to actually notice what happens. There's the little combo failing out from the Earthquake, blink forward and lasso.
Oh, nice grab.
But then they come, the rest of the team, Madara with the Mjolnir up on him and stack charge. Look at the damage output. And Mitch is caught with the Fiend's Grip there. The Vengeful Spirit stuck in with the Orchid down onto him. Mitch is dead. Does have flyback. Forced out with TP forward. Batriders will be brought back as well, but Excalibur. Ball-Figure Strength has very limited damage remaining.
Long stun though. Skylark gonna be locked in place. Nightmare or not, he should be going down. This is the full retro. Okay.
Wait, what?
Really? Okay. If that just happened, I I don't even know. Like, that would have been hilarious. The TP timing must have been milliseconds, but we do see the Batrider overcommitting for a dieback here.
Well, the bait...
Of course, they get the rack saved, but they did lose a lot in exchange. We'll say it's, of course, worth it, because the alternative is losing a barracks, but definitely tone it down a little, Batrider.
They held. The thing is, the Bane was still in the stunned animation. That's why I was so confused. Like, he was in the stunned animation and TPing at the same time. Like, what's going on?
That timing. So ridiculous.
Milan scouted out the 2 here. There's a swap in 3, and I think that's what they're going for. Madara.
They got the Ice Blast, but this could be really bad.
Reincarnation's ready here. With the Earth Spirit going forward, Excalibur goes into the Viper, kills him off, but now he's tanking up against the Wraith King. Even with the Morph, he jumps over to the west, but Excalibur... Oh man, the kick is there, and Morphling chunked down, and with Reincarnation still available for this Wraith, he just keeps on running forward. He's going to cancel Roji with the Earth Spirit rolling forward. Kill off another couple. Another additional 2 kills.
He's going to die back.
Yeah,
back into the game.
Again. His lifesteal is good, but it's not good enough to deal with the hits and crits from Madara's Wraith King. Well, the King is back.
Dire's bottom barracks.
What was that fight? Like, Ice Blast is not that good that you can just go for a play like that. Yes, the BKB was still down on the Viper, so you'll kill him, but obviously, once gone is not half done. Madara doesn't even have to pop the Reincarnate just to kill off all of NLG. They get another dieback. They get the melee racks nearly the range.
Oh.
It's actually disastrous for NLG.
Spartan goes in and commits on the Batrider. There's no lasso forced. Ice Blast is thrown here. It does clip Madara on the way across, but it seems they don't have Ice Blast at a tier 2. Maybe not even tier 3. 30 seconds. Wait, hang on a sec. Let's see. They've taken that down in like 10 seconds. If they commit for tier 3, it's still not going to be up, but they'll go for the safe route. Back. KB on the Wraith King. Should be the game-ending item for them, really.
Their intention, very clearly. They're getting these BKBs all at once. It definitely shows that they want this game to end as soon as possible, but I still think it's going to rely... They're going to have to rely a lot on Spartan's plays. Here they got the bottom racks, and the range racks is 32 HP. Probably, yeah, they're just going to send the Wraith King Illusions in to try to finish it off. But still, even though the bottom lane is gone, I feel like they're still relying on some heavy teamfight play coming out. Either the Bane, who's probably going to get his cancelled, so it's more so on Spartan's Earth Spirit to continue to make the plays.
Correct. So why now trying to get into BKB. But this topsy-turvy game, massive spike upwards for Ad Finem as they took that melee racks now, I don't know, 7,500 net worth lead. What about a 6k lead actually, looking at the actual figures. On a 10k experience lead though. Really
still think Mitch would have been so much better off if he had the Manta style. Like, how many times has he just been Sprout Orchided and been completely useless?
Yeah. Can't swap away, can't do anything. But if he has the Manta to swap, well, at least he gets to survive and they give away the bounty or the AA or someone. Anti's got a lot of change in his pockets though. 2,000 gold saved up. The lens has kind of been, it's a middling item at this point in the game. Massive amount of impact, but pops the Earth Spirit back, he gets the kick back onto the Bounty Hunter, but it's a good pick off with a track. 4 people. Have a look, how much gold has that given them? That's a good 1,200 gold across team. It's gonna be Mjolnir for Skylark actually.
So, I mean, you could just kind of sell the Maelstrom and go for something else. Some HP would be good. Like, 1,200 HP profit really gives incentive to the Morphling to go E-Blade, because he actually is extremely easy to kill with just that HP value. You focus him well enough, and he's all damage right now, completely cannon.
Oliver's heading to the secret
I think
shop.
Skylark gets BKB.
Gonna purchase Hello Keeper, and he gets the Talisman of Event. For him.
Butterfly.
Talisman's a good value item in it, right? Honestly, Wraith King, Nature's Prophet, Viper. None of them are particularly, I struggle to say the word natural. Like, yes, they are natural MKB carriers, and Nature's Prophet and Viper do like it. but it's not part of their natural progression, if you know what I mean. You know, it's not like I'm gonna go MKB. It's one of my best items.
Yeah, it's also an economy thing. Like, if you have one hero getting engaged and suddenly force 2 or 3 to buy MKB when they're all about ending the game as soon as possible, it's forcing them to 2 or 3 heroes to farm another high-tier item. It's actually setting them back quite a bit. So I think Excalibur has a really good idea of the money game here. And right now, if he gets the butterfly and is able to farm buyback, I think that it's going to force Ad Finem to play this game a little slower.
Gem on Viper, they're going to try and out putting spots you have, but they've got a gem of their own on the Batrider, so they're doing exactly the same. Aggressive wards getting dropped, getting taken out even by NLG. Wards that they have down are going to start getting spotted out by this Viper. Where is he actually? Seen any just yet? There's 2 towards middle lane, 1 up at top. It might actually be that they miss out all the observer wards as they head themselves towards the Roche pit.
Just Prophet, Aghanim Scepter. I'm not feeling too good about this pickup. You've got your Batrider able to clear out the creeps pretty effectively. The Morphling obviously specializes in it. If Ancient Empress is not great, but if he has to Ice Blast, Ice Vortex, then he will. In the end, I just feel like if he went for BKB, they could start pushing harder. And right now, it seems like everything's down for Ad Finem when they're at their strongest right now. I do like the BKB in the Bane though. There's only swap and lasso to counter, so I think Venge is always gonna have to swap for that Bane. And then of course, if the Bane just fiend scripts the Venge, then they're all fine.
Have the high ground here. Good line of attack here. Milan draws it out. Let's go loop around the side as Milan is invisible. The smoke will pop, but no, they see them with them on the Viper. Milan, the bounty hunter, gonna die here, but he's getting away not far enough though. The lasso goes onto the bait element. The BKB's a pop by everyone. Madara and Excalibur both chunking away at different targets. It looks like Zeroji's gonna be able to. Nope, doesn't get the Ice Blast off. Madara makes damn sure of that. Excalibur
back at mid.
Trees, what's happening mid? You're right, Skylark was pushing into tier 3 and Rax. Milan fought back and Mitch will TP in to secure the kill on Nature's Prophet. So tier 3 that's taken a hell of a lot of structural damage here. What did we actually see there, Blaze?
Well, we saw a bounty hunter get nuked down like crazy and try to track instead of using his 17's magic wand or his guardian greaves. Like, he could have survived for at least a good 4 or 5 more seconds. Instead, he died instantly, and then we just see everything scattered. Everybody's going on a different target. Nobody's going down for Ad Finem, and then they have to buy back, I think, what, twice? Try to deal with the Nature's Prophet threat? Like, that's just a massive loss for NLG. Comes down to tactics more than anything else.
Bounty, Venge both brought back, and Madara. Oh, okay.
Okay. Start showing versatility again, but that's actually like that. You sit there for a long time if the Firefly was just laid down.
I like that play. The roll kick, get him off the cliff top. That's nice. There's hang on a second. There's no. Oh, they've got a gem. Never mind. I was gonna say there's no sentries here. Viper still. No, they don't. Who? On the Bane.
Bane took it.
Milan. He did save up 2,500 gold something a few minutes ago, but he's lost a lot of it, dying and buying back, and not being able to spend his savings on anything shiny.
Yeah, like 1,300 gold lost, didn't get a single track kill in the past 2 fights, so it's been pretty slow for him, unfortunately. Aghanim Scepter coming out on the Air Spirit. That's probably the big pickup that we can see this game. And coming out at the more notice time, who will be the target of this Enchant Remnant?
No man, but look at all the little trees. Aghanim Scepter has created so many trees. Roll in, stone form, kick back, and where's he gone? Mitch is in the middle of 4 of them with a Fiend's Grip there. Like you said, good target. Mitch is dead. Down and out, and with no buyback available, they get the last one to Skylark, but it's not enough damage. They don't have anything to hold in place. The spot gets the ultimate off at the last second. Milan, he's just getting shredded here by the Wraith King. 1, 2, 3. Static charge, zapping out. And GG well played is called. There's only 2 heroes remaining for NLG, and they're not going to be enough to defend the throne.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Here we go. The Skylark just keeps the rat alive while everybody else wins the fights. And obviously the Air Spirit was the MVP here. Just not only is that hero extremely powerful in the context of the game, but it was played to an extremely high level. Like, this guy suddenly gotten into my top 5 of Earth Spirits, and he's just pulled off so many cool moves this game. And I can't wait to see this team again as they advance further, because Earth Spirits